Del Shannon this morning on Mix 99.3 and worldwide, WNXT. Radio.com as we play your favorites old and new. In downtown, we're already at 45 degrees and working our way up on that. But time for the news brought to you by Portsmouth Cancer Care and Associates, Dr. Nishida. With a care, compassion, roadmap to your recovery begin. And once again, here's Bill.
Thanks, Steve. Good morning, everyone. Yesterday, a federal judge issued a stay against a White House directive that ordered a spending freeze on federal assistance, which sent Washington and agencies around our country into chaos as they scrambled to figure out how their programs might be affected. Now, we spoke with Portsmouth City Manager Sam Sutherland and asked if any of the major downtown development projects could be affected by a potential federal spending freeze.
To the city's knowledge, grants that already have a signed grant agreement, such as the Appalachian Community Grant Program, the money that's funding the riverfront, are not at risk of a clawback. We also have some grants that have grant agreements for Cindy Seacrest Park, the new water treatment plant, Coles Boulevard, Munns Run, Harding Avenue. And to our knowledge, those are not going to be clawed back. With that, we don't know what the future holds for the upcoming grants or other things that we may try to apply for in the future. So we'll just kind of cross our fingers and hope they get this figured out.
Now, we're going to see two super loads move through southern and central Ohio to end this week. ODOT Press Secretary Matt Bruning says the first leaves from Adams County tomorrow morning.
As soon as the last Manchester local schools bus passes by the dock site on US 52, they will head out with a 333,000-pound pipe rack module. The plan is to make it to Chillicothe, then go from Chillicothe to Rickenbacker on Friday. Crews will then return to the site on Saturday to move 93,500 pounds of structural steel from Adams County to Rickenbacker. Both loads will be delivered to Intel on Sunday.
Bruning also described the loads for us.
Well, these loads are a pipe rack module weighing more than 333,000 pounds and 93,500 pounds of structural steel.
Now, neither load is expected to create significant traffic impacts, but you'll still want to check transportation.ohio.gov/superload for the full routes as well as the details. Now, two state representatives here in Ohio held a press conference yesterday to discuss a bill that would prohibit the use of state funds to end the lives of Ohioans. Representative Adam Matthews of Lebanon and Gene Schmidt of Loveland introduced the legislation, which, if passed, would abolish the death penalty in Ohio, as well as prohibit the use of state funds for assisted suicide and clarify the state's prohibition against the use of state funds for abortion. Ohio Senate Democratic leader Nikki Antonio of Lakewood and Senator Steve Huffman of Tip City co-sponsored the bill. It's supported by the Catholic Conference of Ohio. For Mix 99.3 News, I'm Bill Schoper.
Well, what is the latest, Bill, on TikTok? I got it for you.
Me too.
All right, you tell me.
Yeah, there's a decent shot, according to our president, that Meta might be buying TikTok or become a majority stakeholder in it.
Meta.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I've got another one.
What is that?
Another big rumor on the street.
What's that?
Well, that Microsoft plans to add TikTok to their stable of stars.
I heard that as well, yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not so sure that it would work with Microsoft, though. Serious.
Why is that?
Well, they buy TikTok, and then you'd have, a bunch of outrageous and exuberant 12-year-olds sitting there playing solitaire. Heck with dancing. Let's sit here and play this card game.
It might be better off than some of the other stuff that's on TikTok.
Yeah, you got that right.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Bill. This update brought to you by Portsmouth Cancer Care and Associates, Dr. Nishida, where the care, compassion, roadmap to your recovery begin. The health and well-being of the community when it comes to cancer care and the cure is a name that's legendary. His name is Dr. Nishida. At Portsmouth Cancer Care and Associates of Portsmouth, they're always there to think way ahead of the curve to provide the absolute latest in care treatments and that personal one-on-one service that today is so rare. With Dr. Nishida and King's Daughters, they owe their success to the many forward-thinking community members and great volunteers who have all helped shape King's Daughters and Dr. Nishida as their first choice from patients and families who choose them for the most critical time in their life, when that absolute right decision must be made. For more information, from screenings to treatment, contact Dr. Anashita by calling 353-4884 or stop by and meet their incredibly helpful staff at 916 11th Street in Portsmouth. With Dr. I and Portsmouth Cancer Care and Associates, that's where the care, compassion, and the roadmap to your cure begin. And good morning. It's the Get Up and Go show. It's 7:35, and downtown we got 45 degrees already. Yes, the sun will shine. Right now, though, let's check in with ONN.
This is ONN. I'm Jay Fox on the Ohio News Network. The state of Ohio continues to react to the news that President Trump is freezing federal grants and loans. A federal spending freeze could jeopardize lakefront development in Cleveland, infrastructure projects in Cincinnati, and agricultural support statewide. Lawmakers in Ohio are divided as to how or even if this move would affect Ohio's state budget and community allocations. Yesterday, a federal judge temporarily blocked the freeze, which was supposed to go into effect at 5 p.m. yesterday. In southwest Ohio, a student has been arrested for his role in a bomb threat. ONN's Jay Plyburn explains.
A freshman at Colerain High School, northwest of Cincinnati, was arrested for coercing two others on social media to email bomb threats to the district. This prompted the closure of the entire Northwest local school district for the day. He's currently being held in the Hamilton County Juvenile Center.
Akron City Council has once again delayed a vote on an external police use of force audit. Dave Chudowski of ONN affiliate WKYC-TV in Cleveland reports.
The audit could cost up to $768,000, and it comes after several high-profile police shootings. The vote was pushed back to Monday. However, the council did pass a resolution on Tucker's death that reads in part, "The resolution serves as a formal acknowledgement by the Akron City Council of Jasmine Tucker's passing and the impact it has had on his family and our community."
For the Ohio News Network, I'm Jay Fox.
Thank you, Jay. It's time for sports, and brought to you by Collier Home Medical, 1661 State Route 522. And again, they're good folks that'll be there to make sure that your home medical is taken care of with the free setup of a variety of equipment. And just call 574-03-274-THAT. Pretty exciting games last night. The TMG Sports Network was hopping, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really, really was. A couple big comeback wins last night. One by the Portsmouth Trojans in a game heard on Fox Sportsmouth AM 1260 and 95.7 FM, and a come-from-behind win for the Greenup County Musketeers on 107.5 The Breeze. Here on Mix 99.3, the South Webster Jeep stayed perfect. Another great performance for Eli Roberts as he had 31 points in improving South Webster to 13-0.
So South Webster right now looking pretty darn good. I mean, I tell you, they've not lost, right?
They have not lost.
Man, well, that's talking about going into February. That's a pretty good head of steam heading into the tournament.
That's a really good basketball team that seems to be just getting better with every single game. 13-0, as I had mentioned, but what is so special about this particular group, and Matt Payton and I talked a lot about it last night, and we'll continue to talk about it through the week because we're on the South Webster Jeep Scioto County Tour this week. They've got a big matchup at Medford on Friday, and then they follow that up on Saturday with a visit to Notre Dame. We'll have all those here on Mix 99.3, but they go 7 deep. 7 quality players deep. Wow. They got 16 bench points last night from a couple guys who came in off the bench, each scoring 8. That's Bryson McClintock and Bo Stevens. When you have small schools like that, and South Webster's in Division 7, that's the smallest that there is, when you can have that much depth with schools that size, you are going to be a very, very tough out. And this is a team that went to the Elite Eight last year and lost in the overtime. You know, they were just a couple minutes away from going to the state tournament. So this is the year. They've got 4 seniors that they start. Eli Roberts, Dylan Schubert, those guys can flat play. Hunter Bernard gives them some very, very good minutes. Christian White is kind of the straw that stirs the drink. I mean, they have got some really, really nice players.
Okay. Well, that adds the excitement of what's happening once we turn the page into February. And more on that, here's Chuck.
Well, the Jeeps pick up a 65-40 win over the West Senators last night. The Portsmouth Trojans, man, you want to talk about an exciting game. PHS overcame an 18-point third-quarter deficit to defeat the Coal Grove Hornets 56-53 last night in double overtime. PHS was down 30-12 in the third before mounting that comeback. Greenup County rallied for a 55-52 win over the visiting Wheelersburg Pirates. The Valley Indians, building on that big victory which they enjoyed over Chesapeake this past weekend, took down Paint Valley last night 63-26. Craig Tackett's team might be building a little momentum heading toward the postseason. The Medford Falcons knocked off Bloom Carroll 57-46 60-41. Talked about South Webster being unbeaten. Menford has only lost once to a very good Warren team. Those two on a collision course for that big showdown on Friday night. That's South Webster visiting Menford. That'll be fun. Sims Valley was victorious last night over Oak Hill, 58-43. Eastern Pike defeated Western Pike, 57-56. Notre Dame knocked off Clay, 67-23. Ironton St. Joe was victorious over New Boston, 56-47. Green defeated East, 73-30. Fairland was a winner over Ironton, 61-56 in double overtime. Chesapeake prevailed over South Point, 53-41. The Gallia Academy defeated Rock Hill, 42-32. Eastern Brown was a 52-50 winner over Waverly. Jackson defeated Unioto, 60-46. Peebles was triumphant over Piketon, 69-46, and the Northwest Mohawks knocked off South Gallia, 57-33. In men's college basketball last night, 12th-ranked Kentucky picked up a big 78-73 win at number 8 Tennessee. Kobe Brea led UK with 18 points. He was one of 5 Wildcats to reach double figures scoring. Amari Williams had a double-double as he had 15 rebounds to go along with his 10 points. That victory improved the Cats to 15-5. Kentucky's next game will be Saturday night at home against John Calipari's Arkansas Razorbacks. Tonight in the NBA, the Cavs will visit the Heat for a 7:30 tip. And according to multiple reports, including MLBTradeRumors.com, the Cincinnati Reds have agreed to a 1-year, $5 million deal with outfielder Austin Hayes. Ken Rosenthal of The Athletic is reporting the story. Hayes is 29 years old and was an all-star in Baltimore just 2 seasons ago. Your Portsmouth Insurance Sports Time is 7:41. Portsmouth Insurance is a TAH benefits partner. Call Gary Duzan for all of your employee benefit needs. And that is a look at sports.
And thank you, Chuck. Seeing a few for the early morning celebrity birthday butcher. And brought to you by Collier Home Medical. And they're easy to find right there at the corner, right across from Kroger, 1661 State Route 522. For all of your home medical needs, they are there. And traffic, weather together on the way.
Collier is expanding its business opportunities to include Collier Home Medical, a local durable medical equipment company, or DME, offering free home setup of a variety of home medical equipment such as home oxygen and portable oxygen, as well as hospital beds, wheelchairs, rollators, walkers, and more. Collier also offers home sleep testing along with CPAP and BiPAP for patients diagnosed with sleep apnea. Overnight pulse oximetry testing is available with a physician order. Located at 1661 State Route 522 across from Kroger in Wheelersburg, call 740-574-0327.
And your traffic is a service of your friends at the Scioto River, 1024 Gallia Street. River will be there with legendary steaks, chicken ribs, and more. And, of course, they've got homemade brew right there, too, as well, made by the Malt family. We've got some water problems this morning. We've got some water breaks, 1500 and 1600 block of 5th Street in Portsmouth. That is 43 connections. And on the west side, West Portsmouth, 1300 block of 2nd and 3rd Street. That's 38 connections in all. And you need to boil your water before you cook with it or drink it. And we've got, clearing of the right-of-way. That's going on Bracken Ridge Road again today. Tomorrow they move it to Raritan Creek Road. So heads up on that. If you see something we need to know about, give us a call at 354-1993. Traffic service of the Scioto River, open 7 days a week.
The weather is service of Mary's Spirit and Print Shop, where all regional schools are proudly represented with plenty of cool hats, shirts, sweaters, jackets, and pride. Get your school spirit on and check out the deals now at Mary's Spirit and Print Shop, 2109 Gallia Street in Portsmouth, where Mary and her graphic designer can customize anything.
First alert forecast from WSAZ. Mostly sunny skies, a few passing clouds during the middle of the day. Mild and breezy, temperatures in the upper 40s, gusts 20 to 30 miles an hour. But a lot of folks happy with that melting snow. Overnight tonight, clear skies again. Now getting colder. Watch out for some re-icing, lows in the 20s. And then on Thursday, partly to mostly sunny skies, highs in the 50s, rain arriving late. I'm WSAZ News Channel 3 meteorologist Brandon Butcher on the Ohio Valley's hit music channel, Mix 99.3.
And downtown right now, the sun is on the way, and we've got 45 as we get up and go.
Steve Hayes, Mix 99.3.
Last call for birthdays, anniversaries as we get up and go here this morning. Welcome to the